A very good afternoon, class. So I hope you'll have gone through the videos which I have put up in my channel previously, and we finished the first exercise of Maths 2, Chapter 1, Partition Values. Continuing with the topic deciles and percentiles. This I've already explained in the introduction slide and the video if you have gone through of partition values. In that I explained you all was deciles divide the data into 9 equal parts. Sorry, 10 equal parts. So basically, as you can see the diagram, deciles means divide by 10, a decade. So a decade is a period of 10 years. So deciles basically divide the data into 10 parts. So starting with the lowest decile, that is D1, and the highest or the upper decile is D9. In between, you can calculate any deciles as asked in the question. Similarly, percentiles divide the data into 100 equal parts, starting with P1 and going up till P99. That's the only difference between quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. If you have listened to exercise 1.1 properly, all the formulas related to raw data, ungrouped data, and group data are similar. Only the denominator and the first number in front of the bracket will change. The entire procedure is the same as I have explained in exercise 1.1. Before we move on to the exercise, one important note you have to pay attention to, page number 9. You will find this 3 important note which you have to keep in mind, that is relations among quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. So if we studied last time, quartiles second one, the Q2 is nothing but the median which divides the data into equal parts. So basically median stands for Q2, D5 and P50. These 3 represents the median of the data. So whenever they tell you median and if nothing is specified, you can find out Q2, D5 or P50. All the 3 are equal. In the similar manner, the first quartile is equal to the first percentile, that is P25, not the first percentile, sorry, the 25th percentile. So the first quartile is equal to P25. Similarly, the third quartile is equal to P75. So you can keep these relations in mind and solve the sums. So moving forward with the topic class, we'll start with our exercise 1.2. Here are the sums, pay attention. So on page number 15, you'll find the exercise 1.2. Starting with sum number 1. Calculate D6 and P85 for the following data. So if you observe class, the data is given in the form of comma and given in a straight line. So that means this type of data is none other than raw data. So if you'll remember what was the concept and the steps, first we arrange the data in ascending order of importance. So here are some of the formulas, you can have a look or directly you can pay attention when I'm teaching you all the sums. So automatically the formulas will be understood. So I'm arranging the first sum in ascending order like this. 36, 38, 51, 63, 64, 68, 70, 72, 79 and 82. Number of observations we are having is n is equal to 10. They have told us to find out D6 and P85. So first we'll calculate D6. So as this is raw data, we'll put the formula. D6 is equal to 6 bracket open n plus 1 upon 10th observation. So followed class, what's the difference? The denominator in when we used to calculate quartiles was 4. Now in place of 4, we are writing 10 and in front of the bracket I have written 6. So 6 bracket open, 10 plus 1 upon 10th observation. Please do not cancel 10 and 10 as there is a plus sign in between. So please be careful. Whenever you have to cancel, there should be the multiplication or division sign. But here you can see division sign ke saath saath there's a plus sign. So you cannot cancel. So please don't do those silly mistakes. So 10 plus 1 gives you 11 upon 10, which is nothing but 1.1. Now 1.1 into 6 will give you 6.6th observation. So class, if you paid attention, this I have already explained you all when we were doing quartiles, the first exercise. Whenever you face such type of sums wherein you have a decimal in raw data, we break up into two parts. That is the first number, 6th observation, plus the decimal number 0.6 bracket open. 6.6 lies between two numbers, 6 and 7. So 7th observation minus the 6th observation. So our 6th observation over here is 68, as you can see, plus 0.6 into 70 minus 68. So which gives you a 2. 0.6 into 2 gives you 1.2. So on adding, you get D6 to be as 69.2. I hope you all have followed how to calculate D6. Moving forward, they have told us to find out P85 as well. So now we'll put the formula 85 bracket open, n plus 1 upon 100th observation because it is percentile. So 10 plus 1 gives you again 11 upon 100. 11 upon 100 is 0.11th observation. Now you have to multiply 85 by it. So 9.35th observation. Again, we'll split it into two halves. The 9th observation plus 0.35 bracket open. 10th observation minus 9th observation. So 79 plus 0.35 into 82 minus 79 from the ascending order which we arranged, we picked up the numbers. 82 minus 79 gives you a 3. 0.35 into 3 you get 1.05. On adding, you get P85 is equal to 80.05. So with this, the first sum gets completed over here, class. I hope you all followed the sum. In the similar manner, you all can attempt and solve the second sum. The daily wages in rupees of 15 laborers are as follows. You have to calculate D8 and P90. So the very first thing is array. Again, this is a raw data. So you will arrange in ascending order of importance. Then you can find D8 and P90 by putting the same formulas as I explained in the first sum. So moving forward to the next sum, sum number 3. Calculate second decile and 65th percentile for the following. So now class, this is an example of ungrouped data. And they have told you to calculate second decile. Second decile means D2. And 65th percentile, that means P65. So do you all remember class, what was the pattern I taught you all for ungrouped data? Very good. पहले हम CF का column बनाएंगे, that is cumulative frequency. After that, you'll put the same formula as I had explained you all for raw data. So can you all see the screen, class? So I have prepared first column number, third, that is less than cumulative frequency. So 15 will remain 15 as it is. 15 plus 18 will give you 33. 33 plus 25 will give you 58. 58 plus 27 will give you 85. In this way, keep on adding until the end you will get 200 in the last. We can also add up the column of the frequency which we call as capital N or summation of F. So now they have told us to find out D2 and P65. So we'll put the formula D2 is equal to 2 bracket open N plus 1 upon 10th observation. So N is nothing but 2 bracket open 200 plus 1 upon 10th observation, which gives you 201 upon 10, which is 20.1, and on multiplying you get 40.2nd observation. Now class, you can cancel 2 1s are 2 5s are also. you will get 40.2nd observation again, the same answer. So as there is no plus or minus ka sign, you can cancel over here. Now 40.2 lies between two number 33 and 58. As you can see, I have made the arrows. 33 is too small, so we'll pick up 58, and in front of 58 in the column of X, you get the answer to be as 120. So second decile value is 120 over here. So we got the value of D2. Now we'll find out P65 by putting the same formula, but changing the denominator and the number before the bracket. So P65 is equal to 65 bracket open n plus 1 upon 100th observation. So 201 upon 100th observation gives you 20.1 again. Sorry, 2.01 again. And on multiplying, as you can see over here, on multiplying it by 65, you get the answer to be as 130.65th observation. Now 130 lies between 25 to 50. So we always take the bigger value, and in front of that you can see the value to be 280 in the table. So the answer of P65 over here is 280. So I hope you all are clear with the third sum as well. Next is asked is coming to the fourth one. From the following data, calculate the rent of 15th, 65th and 91st house. So this is what is the sum they have given. Again, if you can identify, this is which type of data? Ungrouped data. Correct? Now, ungrouped data hai saath mein. Can you all tell me what is 65th, 65, 15th and 91st observation? Any idea what you have to calculate over here? Can it be quartiles? Can it be deciles? Or can it be percentiles? Correct. So class, this is none other than your percentiles, because the maximum deciles are till 9, D9. Now over here all are 2-digit numbers, so you have to calculate P15, P65 and P91. Also there is printing mistake in your textbook class. As you can see, after 11,000, 12,000, 13,000 they have interchanged 14 and 15,000. So please take a note of this and change the values as well. So it will be 13,000, 14,000, 15,000 and the frequencies will be 25, 17, 13, 15, 14. So there's printing mistake, pay attention to that. The pattern is the same. You will draw the CFK column and then you can calculate all the three values just as sum number 3. So this you can solve it as an assignment. Now I'm taking sum number 7 directly because these are similar sums which we have already covered in the previous exercise. Calculate D9 and P20 for the following distribution. Now can you all tell me which type of data is this, class? Correct. This is none other than grouped data. So remember the logic which I had taught you all. पहले तो आप CF का column बनाएंगे and the formulas will be छोटू and बड़ू, small and big. If you are not following, please refer to the previous videos, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I have prepared the LCF ka column over here. So 1 ka 1 will be the same. 1 plus 14 will give you a 15. 15 plus 35 will give you 50 and so on. So the value you got over here is 240. Now you can calculate D9 by putting Chotu formula first. So what was the Chotu formula? D9 is 9n upon 10. So 9 into 240 upon 10, I get 216. Now 216 lies between 135 to 225. So in front of 225, as you can see, I have placed 80 to 100 class in the box. In front of this, the frequency is 90 and cumulative frequency is 135. तो अब बारी आती है to put the big formula, बड़ू को डालने की बारी आती है. So what is the बड़ू formula? D9 is equal to L1 plus 9n upon 10 minus CF upon F into H. So our class was 80 to 100 as you can see over here. So in place of L1 I have placed 80. 9n upon 10 is 216 minus cumulative frequency is 135 upon frequency is 90 and the difference of the class, the height of the class is 20. So 216 minus 135 gives you 81 upon 90 into 20. So I've cancelled both the zeros over here and 9 nines are 81 you can cut. Sorry. Barabar. 9 nines are 81 can be cancelled over here. Then 9 twos are 18 will give it directly. I have multiplied 81 into 2 which gives 162 by 9 which gives you 18. On adding I get the value of D9 to be 98. So the final answer should lie between the class which you chose, that is 80 to 100. So 98 aram se fits in this particular class. So that means the calculation you must have done will be correct. Followed class? Okay. Moving forward, the same pattern you will calculate P20. So again, Chotu and Badu, the Chotu formula 20n upon 100. So 20 into 240 by 100 gives you a 48. 48 lies between the class 15 to 50. So we'll take the class 40 to 60. 35 will be the frequency and CF will be 15. So on substituting the values in the formula, P20 is equal to L1 plus 20N by 100 minus CF into H upon F. So as you can see, I have substituted the values and done the calculation, and here you will get a decimal. 132 divided by 7 gives you 18.85. Please do not use calcs. Imandari se calculation karna. If you do it, it will be a loss for you all. Because in examination, you won't be allowed to use calculators. So be true to yourself at least, class. So on adding 40 plus 18.85, you will get 58.85. Again, you can check 58.85 should lie between 40 to 60, which is correct. So it is lying between 40 to 60. So with this class, we have finished 5 sums of exercise 1.2, which were of similar and simple nature. Now in tomorrow's session, I'll be covering the remaining 5 sums. So till then, keep watching. If any doubt, please do write it in the comment section and keep watching my videos. And if you feel they are beneficial, please forward it to your other friends as well and subscribe to my channel for the same. So stay tuned for the next session. Till then, take care, stay safe till we meet tomorrow. Thank you so much, class, for listening to me.